if we are looking of the 18th of December heat maps, we can find several interesting things. The first one is the S&P 500, the package that you all can purchase in the webinar there was completely actually red. The 3 days time frame was red. We saw a lot of other time frames really painted red. So that's the first flag, red flag that we see in this forecast. The next indicators that we saw is the S&P index itself, as you can get in the top 10 and top 20 packages, was also painted red. So if the index itself is red, it means that something happening in the market, some volatility can occur in the market. And more than that, we saw the VIX, which is the fear index, the volatility index of the S&P, leading the forecast with a really high signal. You can see the signal of 0.49 in the 3 days, which is pretty high compared to the others. So we know that the volatility is coming up in the market. And our sector map, our level 1 sector map, was also painted most of it red. We saw the red signals are stronger than the positive signal. So we actually knew that something going to happen in the market. And we also saw it, by the way, in the beginning of 2025. If this is the beginning of 25, the 1st of January forecast was quite the same. The VIX even went higher. The volatility even got higher. We can see the S&P and the Dow Jones painted red. So again, we knew that there are some volatility in the market, and we saw a drop of 16% from the beginning of the year. I mean, the biggest drop was almost 16.5%. If we're looking at the beginning of 2025, until the lowest point of the S&P 500. So what does it mean that we cannot actually be in the market?